800. 800. Just put out shots fired at New York. We've been in this spot for about 5 minutes. Haven't heard a thing. Copy. In the area of New York, but nothing heard. And we still only have a single caller on that. $39.20.
$39.20.
You show me old Burger King parking lot with Minnesota Charlie Mike Zulu 881. Looks like I got a slumper.
Talk with a slumper in the Burger King parking lot. 2 minutes.
Straight 28 copies today.
Well, greetings from Bob and Pat. We're
32 minutes.
sitting at the holiday down at Payne and Rice in Pennsylvania.
And if 300 can copy that as well.
Thank you for so many of your kind concerns here over the past week. It has been obviously it's been an emotional week for many people, and a lot of your peace officers throughout the metro area, of course, have been working to try to make sure that everybody stays safe. And it's a complex thing to protect people's right to free speech and civil disobedience, and also protect property from some significant damage, especially when you're protecting a city hall and police station. So we're not going to get into too much about that. Just rest assured, Pat and I have been working every day this week. We have not been live, but we have been out on the street.
You put me on an assist citizen at 1285 Colton.
So
I'll be giving the Dole Mail a courtesy right to the envelope.
we will be live. Well, we're really, this is just a promo, really, to tell you that we will be live. We will be live tomorrow night. We're not sure what time. Sometime after 7. Could be 7-ish. Strike force. You'll see the strike force moving through here with a couple squads, making sure everything's safe here. There are more police officers on the streets in Ramsey County now than Pat and I have ever seen, right?
Ever in my entire career.
So rest assured that your officers are doing an outstanding job of keeping the community safe. But tonight we also want to honor our telecommunicators, because there are several channels that you cannot monitor, some encrypted, some not, but our telecommunicators here in Ramsey and Hennepin County have been working, the word overtime doesn't describe it, but working nonstop to, sorry about that, just keeping an eye on these cars that drift by us. They've been working nonstop to make sure the officers are safe and coordinating all these different squads on the street. When you have 3 to 4 times as many officers on the street as normal, it's far more complex to make sure that everybody gets the information in a safe and tactical way. So our hats off tonight to our telecommunicators. It is National Telecommunicator Week. Those are the people that take your 911 calls, dispatch them to us, and the fire department and the paramedics, and keep us functioning, because without their outstanding telecommunications, we wouldn't be able to function. So
they are the lifeline for the officers in the street. Absolutely.
So thank you, telecommunicators, for what you're doing. It looks like, I'm just sitting here, it looks like somehow the chat got left on YouTube, which it shouldn't have happened. So We'll find out what happened there. Our moderator might have fallen asleep. Holy mackerel. Did you fall asleep there, big guy? You what? Oh, I texted you. Yeah, the comments are on YouTube if you can shut them down. Thank you. Well, he did not fall asleep. He said it did not pop up in his phone, which of course is a problem for a lot of people if it doesn't pop up.
Right.
So, anyhow, dispatchers, telecommunicators, thank you so much for everything you do, especially during these trying times. We are greatly appreciative of you, and in the old days we used to roam up in the comm center at will. Nowadays with COVID and everything, we don't get up there to really let them know.
Yeah, I miss interacting with the telecommunicators and the dispatchers.
Hey, can I pour a little bit of your Mountain Dew in here?
Please do.
Do you mind just give me a little shot? 'Cause
I'd be honored.
I got a
if you took some of
leftover
my
fountain pop here, but there's nothing in there except a couple ice cubes. All right, I gotta wet my whistle. So,
2133 Pascal Street.
so in either case, tomorrow night we will be working. We're not going to talk too much. Everybody follows the news. We're not really going to get into too much about what has happened and the debate that goes on, but we are going to ask one thing. For those of you that have been commenting and name calling, please stop. Everybody has a different opinion, and part of the great educational part for me is realizing how broad of opinions there are on this, from just a wide spectrum of people on both, just on the most immediate issue. Obviously, when it comes to the George Floyd, Derek Chauvin trial, that will be in the hands of the jury next week. We all should respect the juries. They have all the information. They've listened to every word. We should respect the jury's decision. And I hope we can, await that in a peaceful way. And regarding the other issues, of course, we respect the opinion of the county attorneys and how they proceed. Our whole system is based upon checks and balance and justice in the justice system. But so in law enforcement, we're not policy makers on those front. We're just making sure that we execute whatever the laws are. We just protect the citizens given those laws.
And try to do our best.
But as it's been said several times, from the president to the Sheriff Hutchinson to others, I mean, we want to protect the rights of free speech, of civil disobedience, and trying to make sure people aren't injured in the course of that. But that is completely different than massive looting and destruction and arson, which has happened in other cases and started happening in this particular case. So, we're clearly not gonna stand by as law enforcement officers and let massive destruction of property and take place. So that's the balance we have to strike, and we try to do it, and it's sometimes a tough job. So one thing we will ask tomorrow night and tonight is, if you want to express your opinion on our thread, please do, because there's a lot of different opinions. I have friends with completely opposite opinions, and we all do, and that's America. But let's not resort to name calling. Stick to the facts. If you want to debate the facts, debate them. But try to have a conversation that's not going to deteriorate to more hate.
Right.
Because that's what we don't want to generate hate, right?
Exactly. If you think what someone is saying is out of line, report the comment. Please don't get in a debate. And whatever you do, don't do name calling. We are at the point of seriously, we're zero tolerance for name calling.
And Pat, you remember the number for the? Actually, Kyle, if you can text me the number, I want to give the number out for texting. If you see, you think there's a reason everybody left when we pulled in here? If you see someone that's resorting to name calling and just rude, derogatory comments, text us at that number that we gave out. I'll give it out again, but we'll take care of taking a look and try to get them removed. So it's a very emotional time. It's a tragic, horrific incident, and we understand that, but we need to make sure that we're not causing more dissension. Last thing we want is our Live on Patrol to be a place where people get inspired to be angrier than they were when they came here, right?
Right. And, somebody has made a great comment. Hate is a waste of energy. It's so much easier to be kind.
Yeah, with the emotion of right now, you might not be able to be kind. I get that. But trust me, I've seen the roller coaster of emotion in myself and other friends as well. But if you can't be kind, then that's the old adage. If you can't say something good, don't say anything at all, or at least at a minimum, just refrain from the name calling. And we appreciate that. We don't want this thread to ever be. There's a lot of people on this thread now. I mean, there's just there's probably 40,000 Facebook followers or friends, and there's another 130,000 on YouTube, but we don't allow comments on YouTube. But we did just make a DWI arrest here before we came on. I don't know if you happened to hear that on the radio. For those who are monitoring, there's a woman down at the Wendy's that was extremely intoxicated, and we got there and followed her car and about a mile until pulled her over because she was weaving on the road so bad we didn't want to wait for St. Paul, and then St. Paul did come and take care of arresting her. So even though there's so much tension, law enforcement has to continue to do what it always does. You can't let drunk drivers run into somebody and kill them. So one thing about tomorrow when we do go live, we're gonna move now. It's no secret, Pat and I have not received any direct threats. Just so we're clear there. I mean, in fact, we tell everybody, no, 98% of the people give us thumbs up. Right?
Absolutely.
So 98% of the people say they like us. But there is that 2%. And so, we're going to take some extra precautions here until some of the anger is subsides. Hopefully, as things process through the justice system, the anger will subside. But in the short term, we know that there are law enforcement officers that have been, as a general group, there are people that have threatened the police. So we are going to take some extra precautions, which means not being in one place as long as we normally are, right?
Right.
But also, we're probably going to break Live on Patrol up into 1-hour chunks and stop and restart from a different location. So just keep in mind, we are going to be back tomorrow night, but you might see us starting and stopping with a little bit of a 5-minute break in between, just for a new little security protocol, only for a week or so until there's some resolution with everything going on. Of course, we've got several legal matters, and of course, if you paid attention, there was a release of a body camera footage in Chicago. Actually, the shooting occurred a month ago or 3 weeks ago or so, but there's potential for that footage to cause some additional reaction as well. So just at this point we're just gonna keep doing what we've been doing. Hopefully people can not use this as a place to spew poison, and send us the names of the people. If you do, what the heck? I don't have the number. Kyle, if you can send me that Google text number, that'd be great. Maybe you can look it up. I know I posted it before. So right now we're westbound on University Avenue. If you did watch, there was a protest in Brooklyn Center at the Brooklyn Center headquarters again. It was just a little more peaceful than last night. And some people wonder why I mention, different media sources to watch. I don't have any affiliation, and I'm not endorsing their view. Of just from past experience, I know that Andrew Mercado from Mercado Media on Facebook is probably one of the best Facebook social medias to watch in terms of content. And then the Unicorn Riot, of course, is a long history of covering and the anarchist movement. Still does on YouTube, does probably the best job of covering some of these media protests. There are several others out there. King Demetrius Pendleton does a nice job of covering extras like press conferences. He's on Facebook, independent media. But I would say those three: Mercado Media, Unicorn Riot, and King Demetrius Pendleton. If you want to find out what's going on, and the nice thing is, I'm not advocating for them. I'm just saying that's what we watch to find out what's going on.
Right.
That's
you get real time, boots on the ground, right in the middle of it coverage.
Yeah.
And that text phone number is 651-252-1871. 651-252-1871.
Yeah. And use that if someone gets out of line tomorrow night. And that's just let's just go back to patrolling in Ramsey County. We really don't have the issues, thankfully, that they have in Minneapolis or Brooklyn Center at the current time. So that's all we got for you. Just we're appreciative of our telecommunicators for the great job that they do. The last week they've been overloaded, extra dispatchers in every corner. But the real reason we came on is to let you know we'll be back tomorrow night sometime after 7. And expect to experience a little bit chunked up into hour and a half chunks.
And to let you know that it is as stressful as the week may have been, we are fine.
Yeah. And we've been out every night. We haven't been live. But just been out to make sure that, basically to make sure people don't take advantage of a situation. I think you did see us some of you saw us when we were over in Brooklyn Center on the first night, regarding the looting, and it was terrible transmission from there. It was kind of funny because there were so many cars transmitting live from their cars that it kind of shut down the network.
Yeah.
Mercado said he got his network shut down too. But what was funny is that the people that I ran into accused us of shutting down the network.
Sorry, that's we can't do that.
Yeah,
we don't have that ability.
They thought the police shut down the network so that people couldn't publicize places to loot. And it wasn't us though. It was just overwhelmed the entire network. So you even see that still in any large area protest, you're going to see some of that overwhelmingness. no curfews tonight, I don't think, in St. Paul or Ramsey County. We did have a curfew. Governor issued a curfew originally the second night. St. Paul issued a 10 o'clock one the second night, but in the suburbs there, we had relatively minor. We did have one T-Mobile store that was broken into.
Was that up in Vadnais or Shoreview?
Vadnais Heights. That was about 10 to 4 in the morning. But thankfully that was, we took extensive, we had a lot of people out there, but
What's going on here?
obviously people know that there's less of us at 4 o'clock. There's less of us at 4 o'clock than there is at 2. So they got by us. You're northbound on Snelling. I just want to say one other thing too. I gotta speak from my heart. I have been very impressed with Sheriff Dave Hutchinson.
Extremely impressed.
I want to just tell you that I've been at this for a while, and Dave's a relatively young guy, and we have history in a number of other instances like this, Pat and I. But his decision making, I always tell people, there's 2 things that are really important about being in charge. You got to pick the right things to care about, And his decision to make sure that the Brooklyn Center City Hall wasn't burned down demonstrated, real leadership. And let's just face it, he took some grief from a number of other people, some of his supporters, some elected officials. But I was impressed with that. And number 2
305th Avenue Northwest
is you need to be able to be nimble and move quick and change your tactics.
Yep.
And he demonstrated that as well. Willingness and a flexibility to change tactics, listen to people's input. We've had one of our undersheriffs. We haven't had, the first night we had deputies on the ground, but the last 2 nights we've had our deputies over here in Ramsey County, but we have had one of our undersheriffs in the command post watching Sheriff Hutchinson. And he's just reported that, what a great job he's done leading over there. So, I don't know, to some people my statements might not mean much, but I gotta tell you, I didn't know Sheriff Dave before he got elected, but he has demonstrated a ton of character, and you're not gonna pigeonhole that guy into being, just one style. He's a very broad dimensional, big thinker with a huge heart. So you've talked to him a couple times.
Oh God, yeah. And Sheriff Hutchinson is a great guy and a good cop.
Not afraid to take a tough position when it needs to be taken. So anyhow, hats off. If anybody knows Dave Hutchinson, actually I think, to be honest with you, he's got so many threats or comments or that he actually took his Facebook page down, so you can't send him it. But when he brings it back up, you do me a favor and tell him thanks for not being afraid to stand up for what is right in terms of not letting people destroy a building.
Exactly.
I mean it's as simple as that. It's not Dave's building, it's not Hennepin County's, but he knows that it wouldn't be in the public interest to have that building destroyed.
Right.
So, but I give a shout out to the organizers tonight too, because it was much calmer tonight. The message was delivered both ways, but there was less force had to be used, and I think the message is still clear from the protesters as to what their expectation is. So I think we're working back towards some commonality.
Right.
And there's a huge protest scheduled for, well, I shouldn't say huge, but there's another one scheduled for tomorrow night. And this weekend will be the test of whether or not we as a community can find some middle ground.
That would be nice.
We're eastbound on Minnehaha. We're always a little more aware now of cars that are pulling up. Do us a favor and don't surprise us with Twinkies in the next week.
Yeah, please.
Don't pull up on us, Twinkies, because we just need to be able to discern what's in our environment right now. So we appreciate the Twinkies. Somebody sent me a case of like 32 Twinkies, Twinkie boxes. I got to find out who that is and thank them. That was pretty cool. Hang on, there's a call coming out here.
Can you guys break this man down at Wilder Square? He's going to be on the 7th floor.
Okay.
Copy and route.
Any comments there we should respond to, Pat? Or
no, just general commentary.
202. 202.
Just remember our goal here. We don't have a policy, political agenda. Our goal, as you read in those articles, we're just trying to let people see what law enforcement is like on more of a personal side. What we do when you're not seeing people on TV being arrested,
right?
And try to build some trust through transparency.
I'll show you en route, and I'll find out.
Our moderator is telling us she's had to block some people. So well, it's a tense time. Everybody deserves a chance to give their opinion. So anyhow, we're gonna go back. We back and start thinking about patrolling here a little bit.
124, the cops coming down.
We're probably gonna go off live here while we're patrolling tonight. And there hasn't been, with all the squads on the street, there hasn't been a lot of activity. It's actually, the crime has probably been lower in Ramsey County than it's ever been, because of, if anybody ever tells you that police presence doesn't suppress crime, we have a proof that it does.
It's proof so many times over our careers.
So what is tomorrow? Today's Friday. Thank you for those that wished Patrick a happy birthday.
And I did have a wonderful birthday. I got to spend some time with some friends, and I got to go out on patrol with my good friend Bob.
Yeah, I picked him up late after he was through celebrating, and he promised me he was only drinking 7-Ups.
I had a nice low-key night. And my kids took me out to dinner tonight, and it was a lemonade night. He hasn't hardly smoked any Winstons either tonight. What the hell's going on? Is it cleansing week or what?
Looking for a squad that can break on a DLC 58 Wheelock Parkway East. Callers in their renter inappropriately touched them. Callers waiting at the BP at 304 Wheelock Parkway in a dark Hyundai Santa Fe.
Happy birthday, Joshua.
Rockstar Idol on University at Griggs. We'll be out with a vehicle. I'll get you a plate in a second. Is there a squad that can break for that DLC? 47 minutes.
A lot of the squads are
267, what's the time delay? And if
right now
the comp is still wanting to see police, we can go. It is an hour and 40-minute time delay. We can call back to verify they are still on the scene. They were as of half an hour.
Sheriff Hutchinson, is it okay if we put you on live?
Sure, why not? How are you?
Did you hear me talk? Did you hear us praise all your good work?
No, but one of our mutual friends told me, so I thought I'd call and see what the heck you guys were saying about me.
Well, all was all good.
It was good.
It was all good. You know, that I was saying there's two real skills. One is judgment on what's really important, and you've demonstrated that. And the other second one is being flexible and agile enough to change tactics and methods, and you know, as the environment's developed, and you've definitely demonstrated that as well. So, but Pat and I wanted to thank you for not being afraid to protect property from destruction over there, and you know, we thank you for that, because you're a good person, but we know you got a big heart, because we know you know, on a personal level as well. And I did mention that you've been taking some grief and took your Facebook page down. I told our friends when it comes back up, you should they should reach out to you and tell you thank you. So maybe you'll see that.
I appreciate that. Both of you, and happy birthday, Pat.
Thank you. You're doing
41.
Once upon a time. Yeah, you've been doing an amazing job over there, Sheriff.
I appreciate it. You know, Bob, and you said, and not to correct you, but we weren't just protecting property. We protect people's livelihoods too. Because just remember Sunday and the Monday they burned that strip mall.
Right.
They broke into it and they started that Dollar Tree on fire, and we're catching some heat because of some stuff from the neighbors. But and the same thing, these people just burn the places you shop and eat.
Well, we did talk about that. We talked about that a little. You know, I was over there that first night when all the massive looting took place, and we're just not going to tolerate that destruction and looting either. So.
No, I mean, and we got so many things to do. We got to grieve, but it's it's easy. It's always easy to do the popular opinion or at least the vocal. The more vocal people that aren't the majority, but it's always easy to succumb to that, and we saw that. And I don't want to get too political, but in a letter that was sent from people today that was completely false, and it's just funny to me that people, I don't pretend to be, I'm not smart enough to be a doctor or an attorney. I don't pretend to do, jobs when it comes to lawmaking or policy setting for counties. So, I mean, people really got to know that we're here. I was elected for a reason, and yourself and myself and many, many others are professional at public safety. And sometimes you got to let us do our thing. And when things go wrong, of course, people need to correct that. But the majority of things go right in this profession. But the things that are wrong, we got to fix. But we have to fix that through partnerships. You know that, Bob.
Yeah, and no doubt there's a time to try to work on things for the future. Right now, just getting back to some normalcy is important. And I do think tonight, you saw that there was, I know you had less officers on the front fence and there was less interchange, and I think we're finding some middle ground where people can feel that their anger is being heard without having to have a physical conflict. So there was
absolutely,
definitely some progress.
We need many more months and years of this, but I was on a call with the group today, and we have to admit when we're wrong, and this profession has been wrong a few times locally here in the last couple of years. But admitting's the first stage, right? So we got to start doing better, and I got to be better, and we'll be better. But it takes time, and we're human beings, and we have inefficiencies like any other human beings or any other profession. So
well, and when this next couple of weeks is over, you and I and others need to sit down and talk about some of those issues that we can improve on. I mean, obviously we cannot continue to have a taser and a handgun be similar enough that this ever happens again. I mean, this can never happen again. We need to work with taser and we need to figure out a way to ensure that that's just zero possibility. And right now, it could happen again. It's happened in other parts of the country. So we owe it to the public to fix that as fast as we can. But what do we got? Hang on. We got sounds like we got a chase, maybe an LTEC. But the other thing is, we can have some discussion about. I've mentioned this to you before about, types of traffic stops that we want our officers to focus on, and which ones are smart traffic stops and which ones are most important and not. We need to have some conversation about that. You know.
Want me to let you go so you can go on this chase?
I don't. I'm listening for it, but we haven't heard it yet. The other thing is, I don't know. We get cars sometimes. We're gonna move just because sometimes we get people following us. You know that.
Yeah.
And on a normal day, that's good.
Well, I'll talk later. I'll take care of that.
You're okay, Hutch. We're on the move now. Don't worry. But I just say we do owe it to the public to examine. I know you said that where we can improve and how we can minimize the risk to the public in a variety of other ways. And so, I mean, I know today's not the day for that, but we do need to revisit it. And I know you're open to all that because you're very good.
Bob and Pat and everybody else on here knows that we have to change if the public wants us to change because we work for the public. I mean, they pay our salaries, they fund our agency. So, some things, people talk about, different words for reform, and it doesn't always have to be bad. Being better isn't necessarily a bad thing. Yeah. And, I think part of reform is better training, pay cops more money so we can attract better candidates. Not saying we don't have good candidates now, but we got to open the pool up to other people. And that's what we're going to do. And this isn't fixed tomorrow, but again, we got to stop talking about it and put it into action. And people like you and myself and other people, we have to have some uncomfortable conversations. But we have to. So we have to be better. So that's all I got, Bob. And I'm not as tough as you two, but I haven't slept in the last 4 days.
Oh, so I know. God bless you. I had a good nap. Yeah. No, thank you for calling in. And again, Pat and I just want to tell you thank you for your leadership.
Very much so.
Well, thank you, guys. And happy birthday, and be safe out there, you guys.
Thank you.
All right, Hutch. Thanks a lot. Get some sleep. Thanks.
Yes.
Bye. Where is 287? Cat up. Well, that was kind of Hutch to call. Give us a call. Something's going on there.
55 minutes.
Morning, I'll be en route down there.
Copy, we're out with him here. Copy at the same time.
287. Anyhow, thank you, Sheriff Hutch, for calling in.
Union Depot. Transit fighting with one.
631, copy 820 Edgecombe. 55 minutes.
214 East 4th, right at the
1820.
On the platform.
Copy 1820. Copy 56 minutes.
Clear.
Did you run that plate? The other plate?
20. What's
I didn't get this one.
Don't worry about this one. I'm going to go to the
no plates. I was driving slowly through business areas.
Copy. 600, we're now patched with LTAC 1.
Clear.
So we got a chase on LTEC
1. We are eastbound 94 from Maine. Advise 5 hit, I guess, but
I think he said
Maine. States in the area if anybody can get 6 out.
Clear.
I'm going to turn.
Eastbound 94 from Maine.
From where?
Maine.
28 on minus 6.
94 in Maine.
Might be better if we can. That's it.
I don't know where that is.
Matches. Oh, 287. We're going for medics now.
Unless it's up
605, you're going to have to terminate because of the road construction.
Anoka?
Could be.
682 copy, terminating last seen eastbound 94 from Cabela's. Again, it's going to be a gold Lexus SUV, no plates. Got a dealership plate on the back. That's blue and white. Appear to be occupied one time. Copy.
Copy, terminating last seen eastbound from 94.
Copy.
So, well, I'm going to go down this way. Well, looks like there's a few cars there. A little unusual for Metro Transit to ask for help.
Mm-hmm. Right up there.
You think there's enough there, Pat?
Think so.
Just to let our viewers know how much protection they got tonight, how many officers do you see there?
About 15.
Transit. There's about half a dozen transit, and the rest are St. Paul, right?
Yep. Looks like maybe somebody having a crisis issue.
I don't know. He said they were fighting, so there's
Yep.
not just two parties there, actually.
424.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
One.
124. Can you show me clear? Put me on an assist, same location.
Gentleman out there videotaping the officers. Did you see that?
Copy,
Yeah.
59
His
minutes.
phone. Pretty sure that car we saw there came down there for us by the Capitol. Did you ever run that one?
No, I didn't. Let's.
I don't know.
287, just want to confirm those medics are still around. Affirmative, medics are en route. Copy. In 59 minutes.
I guess my hope really is at some point we can just find some middle ground on some of these. I mean, I get again that we need to make reform and improvements in policing. We always need to be working on that.
Absolutely.
I just hope we can find a middle ground that destroying someone else's property doesn't help the debate.
124.
You know,
No, it doesn't.
That's the middle ground I'm looking for.
Juvenile male 2528
We may not get there, but
Captain Route 528 Como at 1 o'clock.
honestly hopeful.
And the alternative to trying to stop the destruction is doing nothing. How acceptable could that possibly be in anybody's world?
But see, that's it. There are some people. That's why I say it's good to read the comments, because some people believe that serves a value. That's why I want us to try to get to some common ground and help them find ways to bring about change that don't require that, you know. And that's why you heard Dave mention there. We do need to be open our ears to suggested changes. Are you watching the comments here?
Yes, I am.
Forest Lake.
Judo Yacht 8.
Doing a felony stop.
Go for Juno. Where do you guys think they did off to on the way up there?
I know we're stopped here. It looks to me
Well, I
like
think he knew us following us.
are the comments still on?
Took a quick left.
Maybe not.
Maybe a block before park.
Center 221, do you want watch for the distance for us? Like,
Right south of Rice. Against yourself in Maryland, so I
Looks
didn't
like
want to
maybe
turn
they
down
were
there
until
because
12:30.
it wasn't a vehicle. If they were kind of thinking we were following it. We didn't catch one from this one negative. Myself in 140.
9 is in here, there.
221, one in custody.
Affirmative.
One in custody at 102. Are you confirming to me clear the patch?
We just lost in the area like Lake and Maryland.
Clear this vehicle.
A blue Malibu, similar to the one put on the officer safety alert with no front plate. Rear plate is a Kansas plate, something similar to Romeo 001165. It's not coming back on file, but it pulled off Maryland a short time ago, went south. We first saw it on the east side at Arcade in Maryland. But anyway, the squad's in the area. They could stop an ID or see his car again. Plate's not coming back on file. It's probably a rental, but very similar to the one put on the officer safety alert the other night.
Good for him.
Copy. Rice, Maryland, a blue Malibu with no front plate, rear Kansas plate, similar to Romeo 001165.
He wasn't on the
matching, similar to a pickup issued the other day, Alaska and Southbound Maryland. 819, would you like me to create a call for that area for you?
We're going to be taking down the patch on LTAC 1. Your patch at 103.
Sure, thank you.
Something going on in LTEC 1 now?
At 103.
Is that the Forest Lake though? I got Pat doing a lot of items. Joe Miller, where are you, Joe? We need Joe Miller in the back seat. Tomorrow night we'll see Joe. Joe, put it on your calendar if you're ready. We could use you in the back seat. Too many radios. We got about 18 different frequencies. Literally 18 different frequencies. If you saw our radio lineup as to how many different frequencies, you would just shake your head.
That's why when you'll oftentimes hear calls and say, why aren't they going to that? Well, it's in a completely different part of town or out of the city.
Copy, code for 9172. Clear. 104.
If you missed it, as much as we love you, love meeting you and getting a Twinkie now and then for the next week, just don't, just for security purposes, just don't roll up on us unnoticed. But I always tell people, 98% give us a thumbs up.
That's right.
I smell a house. I smell a fire burning. Do you smell that?
Mm-hmm.
Something's on fire.
Something on that side street there.
Coming out
on the right
red
street.
light or was that another?
Okay, that's not what we're looking for.
Fletcher, post forward control.
Hey, by the way, if you haven't shared this yet,
please do.
Share it with your friends. I know nobody's awake, but if you're in the UK, Australia,
you're wide awake.
Yeah.
Case number, please. Case number is 076978. Are you? You're looking at 106.
Anybody using bad name calling on there, Pat?
Nope. Got a little heated a little earlier, but
really?
I think the moderators took care of it.
Okay. This one goes to 1678 County Road B, Bravo.
Well, a strong opinion is okay.
Absolutely.
I encourage that, but
the owner of the address is over it.
You know?
See two people wearing all black near the back of the address with the light going on.
Those taillights look good. What is this?
Stay taken to my
Go
phone,
up here.
sending out back.
Said it was a Kansas plate.
Golf Hotel Papa 854.
Back to
Might be squads. Delta Zulu Yankee 275. That one's not the right car though.
No. Airport rental.
We clear this report.
4 p.m. Friday in Queensland, Australia.
And silence 223 skull, please.
I want to go down under like there. I gotta get there. It's one of my favorite places I've never been. Australia. This one car right here.
Bob and I sleep fast.
I'll tell you what though. When you called me tonight, see the thing is, I did try to grab a nap tonight.
I'm sorry.
And you called me, and I don't know what time it was. We weren't planning on going out. And see, the thing is, there's so many squads out here with SUVs. We don't know which one's there.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. What's this here? Bingo, bango, bongo. What is that?
It's
It's on the Toyota.
Yelp. It's the Melbourne.
Not the right thing.
Not the one.
shape,
Not the one they saw.
Yeah. Some of these tail lights.
XLU.
Yeah. Well, I know it had a different plate, but what kind of car is that? Is it
what?
an Impala or Malibu?
It's a Malibu, I believe.
Okay.
What did we just turn on?
We have Manitoba. I didn't pay attention here. Watching cross traffic.
Oh, it is an Impala.
We are on Manitoba.
Each one was any of these.
How's that for a guess? The human GPS.
Negative. Caller did advise that the red truck in the driveway does belong to the homeowner. Unknown further. Yeah, thank you. You're welcome.
Well, what's the plate again?
256 XLU. Well, it comes. Let's put it this way: it comes back to an Impala. I guess I don't know for sure that this actually is an Impala.
Yeah, because I thought those taillights were different on the Impala. Well, we're just gonna sit here for a little
Right,
bit.
though. It's going to be the homeowner. I'm code for it. Copy. Homeowner on scene. Code for it. 111.
We're not telling you too much about why we're looking for a car, but we're obviously on the hunt for a car of
Copy.
similar to this. We don't really think this is the car, but it could be if they, you know.
Looking for a squad that can break on suspicious.
Well,
101 East 10th Street. The lungs entirely
taillights
rammed
look
for a
right.
male in the
I
ramp
don't
trying
know
to
what
open
the
vehicle
Impala
doors.
taillights are supposed to
Me a
be.
black male in his 46 foot,
Aren't
heavy
they
build
very
wearing a
similar
navy
in this?
zip up and khakis.
220, we're clear. We can take that.
Keep watching the tollway to see if anybody gets out of that car. Oh, there's. Oh.
Car 3, can you put on that call? That's at London downtown. Coming from Rice Street, Rice and Pasadena.
Copy, 112.
There we go. Yep.
We're on Manitoba.
Now we're on Winnipeg.
$115. Could you clear as assistant, please? Put us on 125 call, and we're both going to be 125 and us be around to the LEC with 112.
It's close. It still could be.
Yep.
But.
Copy at 113.
Well, anyhow, so Pat called me. You know, when you wake up and you're so tired,
Bring his case number over here, please.
you don't know where the phone is.
Case number 076979.
979, copy.
MSJ
You're welcome, 114.
005. We still have been having some carjackings and some shooting incidents. That's basically what we're looking for, is cars involved in shootings or carjackings. We're not really spending much time on other crimes right now.
No, we are not.
I like the way this van is driving up on us, so I'm going to turn.
220,
And now I'm going to go back.
Copy it. 114.
What's that over there? Just sit.
Charger.
Yeah, but what's the park there for?
2 and 3 will be today's.
This is.
115.
Oh, it's moving now, huh? It's sitting here.
Looks like one of those temporaries.
Old plate or temporary?
Temporary.
Well,
Oh, it's
220, we're code 4. You can cancel anybody else.
drive by, grab the plate.
Car 3 on. 2, you
oh,
can clear.
it's going to be hard. 003.
306019.
Copy at 116.
306019. If you try to remember all those zeros, it really gets confusing.
Okay, I got one of the numbers wrong. You say the last part you got.
The last part are 306019, and there's probably 2 zeros ahead of that 3. So 00306019. I think there's 8 numbers in those, right?
0030.
6019.
Fire 3-4.
Do you show
She's
us home
home.
at AOA?
Oh, good.
Yep.
Affirmative.
And let's come back to a charger. Boy, you were good getting all those numbers. I couldn't have done that.
Well, I just knew you were getting the first 4, so I was getting the last 4.
Okay. Oh,
534, do you copy?
my phone died. Can I take this
I do,
first?
I'm sorry.
You are 117.
Late start on a work night. Certainly understand if you're not joining us live. We are in the process of looking for a couple cars that we know are involved in crimes. We're not going to broadcast them tonight. We had some indications that people are monitoring what we're doing. But I'll tell you what, the great thing about getting a good nap, when you wake up and see your phone and you don't know where you are, that's a sign of good sleep.
That's a good nap.
That's a sign of good sleep. So I feel totally refreshed tonight. Well, that's the old Impala lights, right?
Yes.
Circles.
124.
Or that might even be a Dodge.
I don't
Yeah,
have
that's
the area.
very old.
Yeah. See, I'm that's the kind of cars I'm familiar with. Show me a
Copy, Route
64
713
Chevy.
Como on is suspicious. Reference a white SUV or minivan that was driving with what looked like 2 flat tires. Did a U-turn, pulled into the parking lot of the apartment building across from the address. Someone got out, looked around before getting back in, and then went to the back lot.
Which radio is it? This one here?
That's the main.
No, I think it's this one
Copy.
here. That's right.
At 119.
All right, so what should I put this one on?
Okay.
I'll
Let's
put it
put
on-
this one on 2, huh?
Okay.
It's on 2.
Yeah, although I'm headed to the east side, so we can.
Oh, okay. So you're on what over there?
Well, I'm on 1, but it's scanning those
Okay, I'll put this on.
secondary
I'll
channels.
put
I'm
this
not going
on
to
2.
broadcast the secondary. Actually, I'm just going to listen up a little bit.
Information to squads on a suspicious call in West 713 Como Avenue. Call advised
115, how's the jail?
Mute that for 1 minute, will you?
Yep.
115. Unknown crashing noise. McDonald's house vehicle has been hit, but has no suspect vehicle description.
Copy.
The 121. Squads channels 1 and 2 are patched for a break in 121.
I hate when people drive aggressive like that. I gotta get a radio holder for all this stuff. I wanted to catch that van before he left, but
124, I'm in the area.
we're just far more tolerant tonight than a lot of days.
124 in the area at 122.
So
223 case number, please.
223 case number 076954. 076954.
Copy, thank you.
You're welcome.
And some of you might have seen some posts on my page. I don't know if you looked, but one of our deputies, Dallas Edinburgh, that was involved in that serious car accident at Highway 10 and 96 was honored by the Running for Heroes organization. And Zachariah, who is probably the cutest kid that I've seen in a while, came out here and ran for him, and they donated $10,000 to Dallas.
That's was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, so I think there's some pictures of it on my page if you look there, but otherwise you can check out the Running for Heroes with the number 4, Running for Heroes website, and just a great organization. And there's some videos posted around of the award ceremony, and thank you, Zachariah, for honoring Dallas. We're just glad he's alive. Turns out the accident reconstruction looks like his truck rolled at least twice.
Unreal.
And thankfully he survived.
He seems to be in amazingly good spirits. What a good man.
Really good deputy, great deputy, and nice outlook and attitude toward life. So we're going southbound Arcade from Maryland. Southbound Arcade. Ooh, I'm good at that corner stuff.
Curb check. Just curb check.
Curb check. The radius of a standard curb in the city of St. Paul clearly has to be enlarged.
West squads for a shots fired and pending 767 Blair Avenue. Palm heard one shot and someone arguing. Second caller reporting yelling. Also reporting one shot.
And Dallas's health
across the street.
he's coming along really well. He was,
on the even side,
using some braces and crutches, but he's able to get on his feet. And you don't want to move it around too much. You don't want to get some serious damage. Got a little sore throat going on. I think I've been talking too much after not talking for a while.
Yeah.
You better pick up your end of the narration now.
I just got to start carrying the ball here.
Yeah,
Now there's T-Mobile here on the left on the night of some of the looting. Got hit. I don't think they got anything. They just broke the door,
broke
right?
the window, yeah.
CN for the AMA is 076975. 076975. Copy, thank you. You're welcome at 125.
The weather is sure
Squad
pleasant.
112.
Yeah, it is.
It's actually
really
nice to work without rain, right?
Yep.
Can you head to the shots fired and take primary? Card 3 is also en route.
Copy.
And copies. And 102 copies at 126.
Quick swing through here.
124.
124.
Can you add Illinois plate 818078?
Yep.
And then can I get my CN quick?
CN 076.
How's everyone?
987.
How's it going?
076-987.
You hanging in there? Why are you out so late tonight? Yeah, us too. Us too. Well, making sure you're safe while you go get your food. Have a good one. Thank you.
transporting one adult male to 1285.
I did 147.
Pause that 1 second. We are eastbound on Minnehaha.
We'll just continue to monitor and be in the area.
Car 3, copy.
Copy.
No sense in being there too long.
Nope.
819, are you code 4?
Like keeping moving.
Well, if you're just joining us, we're just doing a short little tour tonight. Just letting everybody know we will be back tomorrow night, on Friday night. I guess it's tonight now, sometime between after 7. Just not exactly sure when. We're out looking for a couple cars that are involved in some matters. Got to get a special. What I got to do is I got to let you know if I'm taking a nap.
Yeah.
So that you don't call and make me get up and.
Squad's 112.
In my defense, I did tell you I was going to call you when I was on the way home from Minneapolis.
Yeah, I don't remember that part. I know you said that you were going out and you'd be available. But I was calling you. But either way,
I'll try and be
that
better.
was a refreshing. Well, it's not. You're not the only one calling me, so trust me. I'm just giving you a little bit of partner grief. But
Yeah, there was no advance notice of us going on tonight. This was a very spontaneous thing.
yeah, and I think we said we weren't always going to do that. You know?
Right.
Oh,
Car 3, copy. You're at the address at 130. 112 in the area.
112, copy at 130.
Investigate.
somebody,
8197.
one of my neighbors came by the house to drop some Twinkies off.
Yeah.
I won't mention who they were, but really a wonderful family.
Let's check that address up here.
Yeah, yep. And wonderful family, and the wife brought by some zebras.
Zebras?
Zebra pastry, you know, what are they called? Zebras? They're made by somebody else. She claims they're better than the Twinkies.
Oh.
So we're gonna have to have a taste test.
But similar?
Yeah, it's like a zebra. Zebra, what do they call them? Let's see, a white SUV. Remember that's what we're looking for?
Nope. Sure don't.
Zebras. I gotta see if I can pull it up for you because I'm troubled that you never had a zebra. Zebra. What'd you call them? Treat?
Zebra cakes.
Zebra cakes. That's what they are. Yeah. Somebody told you that?
Yep.
See, you have the advantage of being able to read all that stuff.
Right.
Zebra cakes. Yeah. It's supposed to be better than Twinkies, so yeah, I'm gonna bring them tomorrow night. Zebra cakes, and we can do a taste test. Taste test. What are the viewers saying? Zebra cakes versus.
Got a recommendation from Little Debbie's. Little Debbie's are okay.
Yeah, we've heard that a lot. Little Debbie's. Twinkies.
Oh, somebody said they actually are Little Debbie's, the zebra cakes.
No, they're made by Little Debbie's? I think they're probably right. You know when you were little, your mom was making a cake, and she said, do you want white cake, chocolate cake, marble cake? Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
You get those mixes that they would pour into the bowl and mix. Did you always say marble cake? I always said marble because it had a mixture of everything. Marble cake. But personally, my favorite was lemon cake. If my mom would make a lemon cake, that was my favorite. When I was little, that's probably why I liked Twinkies, because they're lemon colored. I don't know.
Oh, I got an interesting little tidbit shared with us. You know that officer in Logan, Ohio?
Yeah.
Who streams? He was live streaming us during his stream for a while tonight.
Oh, that was nice of him.
Yeah.
Well, for those of you from outside of our city or outside of our country, our state or country, there's a lot going on right now in Minnesota. And we're not going to get into all the details because the problem is anytime you even mention a detail, there's many people start arguing over the details, but we have a lot of different things taking place. Is this the car that was down at the Capitol?
No, it is not.
Go back and get the video later on.
You change this to a CDP and update the address to 716 Como. We're advised.
Yeah, we've only watched portions of that Logan, Ohio, but congratulations to him, huh?
Yeah.
For doing that. And we are thankful that other people are doing it. I think he might have actually started before us. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But it doesn't seem to be catching on real quickly, even though the public seems to be telling their departments they'd love to have it, right?
Right.
So, yeah. He does it probably, I don't know if he does it as long, but he does it more often, I think.
I think you're right. Jason Gadram is his name, I guess.
Okay. Well, shout out to Jason.
Yeah.
My problem is we have other duties.
Yeah.
As outlined besides just patrolling.
Yeah, this is all over and above Bob's duties with the regular duties with the sheriff's office. I can't believe the number of hours you must put in a week.
Well, if you like your job, it's not like work.
That's exactly right.
Plus, I have an awesome wife, as you know, that can
you do.
keep things juggling.
Oh yeah, I've had the oatmeal cream pies. They are pretty good.
I gotta get some oatmeal. I like oatmeal itself, you know?
You know, so do I. And
brown sugar and cream.
Little pat of butter.
I don't use the butter. A lot of people do, but I do, you know, the old half and half. Remember half and half?
Oh yeah.
The real.
In the hallways, we have black male 20s. Been built.
I miss half and half. I used to be. My mom used to have a pint of that all the time. You could pour some.
Oh, craving oatmeal a little bit.
It's good for you too. It lowers your cholesterol. Put it with some peanut butter toast. I'm starting to get back to eating cantaloupe. To be honest with you, the orange cantaloupe.
Yeah.
Put some salt on that. My dad always had half a cantaloupe, half or a quarter cantaloupe every morning.
I've never been a big cantaloupe guy.
Have you tried it with salt?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
The only melon I really like is watermelon.
Yeah?
I could eat that every day.
Really? Even with all those seeds?
I get the seedless.
Oh, well, you cheat then. Seedless. Well, we're not going to stay much longer. I got to say, there's not many cars out on the street here. We need to be fresh for our day tomorrow.
We will be out for a while tomorrow night. But like we said, we're probably going to go in 1 hour or so segments and just relocate to different areas.
Just gotta have a little safety protocol. What was Jason's last name from?
Gadram, I believe. Gadrim, I believe.
Jason, thanks for your service out there in Logan, Ohio. We appreciate it.
And
thanks for being live on patrol for your viewers out there and ours, I guess.
We enjoy your streams too, Jason. Very much so.
Thank you very much.
You have
I don't know where Logan is. Do you know where Logan, Ohio is?
I'm not exactly sure where in the state it is, but I'm going to find out.
We want to know.
But Jason has a good manner of communicating with people. I like how he communicates with people.
Yeah. Well, that's the key. Good community communication.
Well, it's in Hocking County in the southeast portion of Ohio.
What's the nearest big city there?
Columbus.
Columbus.
About 50 miles southeast of Columbus.
Well, I have been to Columbus. I have played the police international and national softball tournaments used to be in Columbus.
Okay.
Columbus and in Dayton. But Columbus also, I think, has a large Somali population.
I've heard that.
And here, and Jason, if you're wondering, we have a large Somali population here that we work with. One more U-turn. I just want to check that car in that parking lot. And so I got to get back to Columbus and talk to. I know in fact, there's an elected official. I think a Somali elected official in Columbus. The city council. But obviously he's not in Columbus. He's in Logan. But the influences of what happened there in Columbus probably move out to Logan.
Which one?
Oh, this one right here.
Right here?
How'd I do?
Really good. Hang on a second here. Did you see anybody around?
Yeah, these right here. These are the people. Came out of it. You got them all? I got them back.
I got it.
213.
Impala.
213.
Can I get my CN over there?
They must have just like identical taillights these days.
Yeah. Did a big search warrant here. The St. Paul Police Department today, up here at this apartment complex at 1226 Hazelwood. And several guns were recovered.
Oh, good.
016, 10-8.
26 or 66?
1226, I think. I think that was the address. Let me just double check. I get some people were bailing out of windows. Actually, I think the call came first on a home invasion. There was a burglary here.
360.
And so the squads came to arrest people.
316. 369.
So
369.
they arrested 5 parties, 2 juveniles. It's good work here.
373.
Yeah.
The East team today
73. 375.
covered some guns.
375. And 376. 376. Any other requests for 0200 EMC? Negative response. Have a good night. 123.
Here, we got a lot of traffic right now.
Yeah, we do.
Holy mackerel! I think we'll just turn down here in case there's more of it. We got Ivy.
Yeah.
One, Mitch have his EOT for him as well. Copy, 174.
Well, should we just let people go to sleep, Pat?
117.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think maybe so.
Pretty soon, anyhow, another 5-10 minutes. But we won't torch you more than 5 or 10 minutes.
Oops.
Squad 180.
Always bugs me when cars are sneaking down Flandreau instead of hitting Wiper Avenue. You see that car come by here?
No, I was looking at a message from Joe.
Yeah.
Just went down here.
Yeah. I don't know where he ended up, so check right here.
Nope.
Nothing. Whenever a car wants to avoid cops on Wiper Avenue, they sneak down Flandreau here. That one was good.
One of those mysteries that'll never be solved.
I had a whole list of questions when I get to the pearly gates.
Where did that car go that night on Flandreau?
Yeah, well, that's probably pretty low on the list, but it's important to have a list. That guy's been walking around. Before I picked you up,
Really?
he was out here walking around the gas station. I don't know what's up. I'm just gonna get a shot of him here. I don't know. Been walking around in circles. Assuming he's waiting for somebody, but when I was on way to get you, I went around here. I thought that was a little strange in the first place. Still here 2 hours later.
Squad 316. Go ahead. 1266 Hazelwood Street, Unit 106 on a VOOP. Caller states they believe the ex-fiancé is banging on the back door. There's a time delay of over an hour. Ex-fiancé is going to be a marked family.
1266
male,
Hazelwood?
65.8, heavy build. Or unknown.
That's where we were.
There is a history of PIC with these callers, and there is a unconfirmed misdemeanor warrant out of Ramsey County for the subject.
You guys walking in circles.
Copy, I'll give the count a call. At 148.
We got him on the camera in case something goes wrong, right?
Yep.
Well, again, if you joined us tomorrow night, sometime after 7, we're not sure when. Probably post a reminder for those people that didn't tune in. We're hoping people will actually just tune in a little bit tonight, get the message about tomorrow. But again, our goal is to eliminate
Info squads channels 2 and 3 are
eliminate name calling
break. Info at 148
on the thread. Opinions are welcome. Rudeness and name calling are not. Well, the line at White Castle is shorter than we normally see.
Yeah, it was booming the other night.
Was it you that says the breakfast sandwiches there are amazing?
Well,
Leiden said that.
Leiden, but I agreed. They are amazing.
Okay.
They have excellent breakfast sandwiches.
They promise not to use the same meat. I mean, trust me, White Castle is the greatest. Going down, right?
Yeah, going down.
Going down is the greatest, so I'm not complaining about the taste of it. It's fantastic. But what we got over there? Challenger?
Yep.
Haven't seen that car before. So we are in the city of Maplewood now, doing a little tour through Maplewood, coming by our Aldrich Arena. Home of some fantastic hockey games since 1962.
1962, huh?
Well, at least. I don't know exactly what year, but it might have been. Why don't you just Google that for me? What year was Aldrich Arena built? That's my guess.
Sorry, I can't show the result to you while you're in the car.
I wasn't me, Siri. I wanted Pat to get it. Hey Siri, how old is Pat Scott?
Adam Scott is 40 years old.
Oh, not Adam Scott, Pat Scott.
You were exactly right. 1962.
I got it right. Good. Well, I remember going there in '63. My dad was taking me when I was little, when I was 8 years old, to watch the Johnson Governors play there. That was my first exposure to some great hockey.
Oh, Jason is on the page. He was asked his policing for our community. Excellent. Well, once again, well done,
Jason.
Jason.
We love you, but we think you need a partner like Pat Scott. You know?
Yeah, you need a what's it called? A straight man.
Yeah, straight man that you can throw your jokes at and they laugh and somebody else thinks they're funny. Oh.
Well, the nice thing is I genuinely do believe you to be funny.
Yeah, I know. That's nice. Thank you. So, well, we're going to sign off now. Jason, thanks for connecting with us. We sure appreciate it. And thank you for what you're doing.
The more the better.
The more the better. The more people get to know us, To know us is to love us.
Indeed.
Love the police. So,
Well,
anyway, we'll see you tomorrow.
All right, folks. Thanks for being with us. Continue to be kind. Be kind to one another. You'll be much happier if you are. You guys take care and have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow night sometime between 7-11 and 9-11.